Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing my summer survival guide, my summer essentials, products, items that I rely on to get me through the hotter, more humid months or summer holidays or just holidays in general where the weather is warm. These are the products, the items that I found that help keep me cool, that help keep me comfortable, that work so well for hotter, humid weather. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the most asked question. I think I've answered this question 495 times to date-ish. But it still continues to be a question. Every single time I do a Q&A, every single time I post anything about like summer makeup, I get this question. And it is, what is my favorite SPF for under makeup? And it's this one. It's this Shiseido SPF. I absolutely love it, regardless of whether it's under makeup or not. It's my absolute favorite. It's so good. It has a really nice high level of SPF. It's also a very like portable little package. What's the word? It's a really nice, handbag friendly size and component. I really like everything about it. It's very easy to control with the little nozzle that you get inside there, and it's just really nice and light, and it feels lovely on the skin. It doesn't sit on top of the skin. It doesn't cause me a problem with makeup going on top of it. You do need, like with any SPF and skincare in general, you do need to leave like a nice gap between applying SPF and going in with your base products, your foundation, as long as you possibly can, as long as you have, do your eyes first, come back to skin, leave it as long as you can between SPF and makeup. But this one works beautifully under foundation, and it gives a gorgeous finish, a nice glowy finish to the skin without being greasy, oily, shiny, and without just sitting on top of the skin all day. It really does, melt beautifully into the skin and just leave you looking hydrated. I love it. It's my favorite SPF, regardless of whether it's under makeup or it's just on its own. It's my favorite. So that's that question answered, hopefully once and for all. Now, another kind of body care item that I have never even seen anyone talk about, but I have been using this for years. And this holiday that I recently went on with my family, it really reminded me, I need to tell you guys about this just in case you don't know. This is the Soltan Soothe and Moisturize After Sun with insect repellent. Okay, so this is an after sun product. It's got, your typical sort of hydrating aloe vera sort of scent and feel. It's very light, it's very nice and thin, but very, very cooling and very, very soothing if your skin is very dry or very hot or very parched, or if you've got some reaction to the sun. If you've had some irritation or heaven forbid you've got sunburnt, this is such a nice, light, cooling, soothing, refreshing feel. Very much feels, that has that aloe vera feel to it. It's very light, very refreshing, very hydrating feeling. However, I always get the one with the insect repellent in here. You can tell it has this little no bugs allowed symbol. That's how you know. We usually go through one bottle of this between myself and my husband when we're on holiday. I don't put this on my children. My children use the sort of slap bands, with the insect repellent, so it doesn't sort of touch their skin. And that works great for my kids. My family were all doing something different, okay? We went away with my whole family for a week. And as far as it came to mosquito repelling, we were all doing something different. My husband and I were using this. My sister and her husband were using, I think, bands, I can't remember. And then my mum and dad were using the traditional sort of spray, like the DEET spray. And they also had all kinds of smoke bombs going off in their bedroom. So that was interesting. Let me tell you, I was the only member of my family who did not get one single mosquito bite, and we are outside people, okay? We eat dinner outside every night. We're sitting outside, we're doing barbecues, we're having drinks outside in the evenings. We are literally asking to get bitten, and I was the only person who walked away from that week away without a single bite. My husband did the second best. However, on the last night, he said he didn't apply this basically to his body. He just put it on his arms and legs, and he got 2 bites on his body where this was not. So me, who was slathering myself in this stuff head to toe every single night, the only person in my family who did not get a mosquito bite, it's miraculous. I've been using this for like 10 years. I rely on this every single time I go away. It's also just really nice. I'm still using it now just because it's nice and hydrating on my skin, especially in the hot months before you go to bed, to like slather yourself in something that's really cooling, but quickly goes into the skin. Again, you know, I'll apply this before we go out in the evening and I've got to get dressed. So I don't want something that's going to be sticky or sit on top of my skin and get all over my clothes. It dissolves into the skin really nicely. It's very light and refreshing and cooling and soothing. But it also appears that the insect repellent in here actually really works very effectively and without you like reeking of DEET. So bonus. Next up, I don't know if this is just me, but in the summer months, particularly like early on, it is a hazard for me to get strap marks. And I don't know if you guys, you know, have noticed, but for me, if I get a strap mark, like, and I mean, you know, like a tan line from like my top, it is there for life. You sit outside one time with straps like this on in a pub garden or a cafe and have your lunch, I will get severe strap marks and they will be there like the entire summer and into the autumn and winter, and you just can't get rid of them once they're there. So for me, it catches me out every year because every year it's like the warm weather just suddenly appears and I wasn't ready for it. And without fail, every year I end up with strap marks, and I try my best, because I hate them, I try my best to avoid them. So I wear a lot of like bandeau dresses without straps or with tiny little spaghetti straps to try and avoid getting these, you know, great whacking white lines down my body that appear very, very quickly for me and I really hate. So I wear a lot of strapless bandeau, whether it be jumpsuits or dresses. I really like them just for stopping me getting those strap lines, and that's regardless of whether I have SPF on or not, by the way. I always have SPF on my body in the summer. It still happens. It's unavoidable for me. So that requires a strapless bandeau bra, and these Skims bandeau bras are the best I've ever found. But I have a secret tip that I've learned by accident, some would say. I stumbled across it. These are the best, most comfortable, light but supportive bandeau bras that I've ever found in my entire existence. But you have to wear it upside down. I feel like that's weird, and it's going to make you feel a type of way, because what I've found is the top of these have, you know, for some reason, a lighter sort of elastic to them, and then the bottom has a heavier duty elastic, right? And I feel like it's the wrong way around. I want the more secure elastic at the top so it doesn't keep like riding down and I don't have to keep pulling it back up. You know, the bottom, I feel like, give me a little bit of elastic and that's comfy and it keeps the girls where they're supposed to be inside the bra. But I need the more elastic at the top. So that's what I think I found when I was putting these bras on, that some days they were like perfect, never had to pull them up, never had to touch them. And other days they were falling down, riding down. And what I realized is some days I was putting them on the right way up and some days I was putting them on like upside down, because it's just a band of fabric. Who really knows what way around it's going, you know? And so what I found is if I do it upside down, that they stay perfectly, beautifully in place. They're very comfortable and I never have to pull them back up. Whereas if I wear them the way they are intended, then sometimes they fall down a bit and I have to keep on like pulling them back up. So the best, most comfortable bandeau bras I've ever tried that do not fall down if you just wear them the other way around. Who knows why? Skims, you've got it the wrong way around. Please swap it. But highly recommend them if you wear a lot of strapless or thin spaghetti strap materials. They come in great number of colours that can be nice and visible under clothes, especially if it's something a bit more sheer. Maybe you can see through them a little bit. Then it's going to be really beautiful and skin toned and just gorgeous colours. Really, really comfy, really soft, and they last really nicely. I've washed mine a lot of times and they're still holding up really beautifully. So yeah, highly recommend if you're looking for a strapless bra, the Skims ones. Now next I want to talk about this little jumpsuit that I have on today. This is from Free People. I have this jumpsuit in, no word of a lie, 3 colours. This is the 3rd colour. I originally bought like the beige and then the blue last year, and I needed to have another colour this year. I live in these things. all summer round. I live in them. They have become my go-to flight outfit. So comfy and light and practical. They have pockets, big nice pockets. Also, let me stand up and show you. Across the bust they have this like ruching, which if you have like, I mean, I have a large bust, okay? I've got a large chest and I could go braless without this. I'd feel slightly exposed, but it gives you that really nice support to the chest. If you have a smaller chest or you're just a bit braver than me, you absolutely could go braless with this jumpsuit, and it's so light and comfy. I love it for flights, long flights. It's so light and comfortable and airy, and it's just a dream to travel in, you know, really long days where you've got cars and buses and planes and then the same the other side. It's a dream. You never get too hot, but it's easy to throw a jacket over and still look really chic and, you know, like you're the main character walking through the airport. But they're also perfect for, you know, long summer days. I wore this to the festival I went to yesterday, and, you know, it's perfect because it looks like a dress. It's got those long flowy trousers. It looks like a dress, but you can sit down. You don't have to worry about it blowing up and surprising everybody, including yourself. You don't have to worry about how you're sitting, you know, if anyone can see your knickers. It's a jumpsuit, it's very comfy. The other thing I had a few people say, but doesn't it take ages to get on and off, especially if you're on a plane? No, there's no fastenings, there's no zips, there's no buttons. It's literally whoosh, and it's off. It's actually far quicker than the vast majority of trousers that I own to take off and put back on. Literally up, down, Bob's your uncle. It's such a perfect like piece to have for summer, and they're really nice price point actually for free people, not as expensive as you'd think. When, you know, free people can be kind of pricey, but these are a really nice price point. Loads of colors. I keep going back for more because they're just so easy and comfortable and sophisticated. They look so nice, they're so flattering. I absolutely love them in the summer. Now, another product, another fashion item from Free People, again, Free People is kind of my go-to for like summer essentials, is this dress. I bought this before my holiday. I almost didn't take it because it took me a while to understand the straps. There are like 4 different straps on this dress, and you will need help. I wouldn't suggest, if you are going on holiday solo traveling and you're not going to have someone to tie the straps up for you, then I wouldn't suggest this dress because there's all kinds of contraptions going on back there. But like I said, I have a larger breast region. What? I have a large bust is what I'm trying to say. And I can go braless with this dress, and it's so flattering. It gives you that like milkmaid kind of top because you've got all the different ties. You know, you can kind of tie them to give you a bit more support, to give you a bit more cleavage if you want. You can tie them, and it's very versatile to tie it however you like. And it's the sexiest, easiest throw on, most comfortable dress that is so versatile for literally any occasion. You could wear this to the beach, you could wear it for dinner, you could wear it to the park, you could wear it for a picnic, to a festival. It's going to work for any occasion. Super comfy and light, and like I said, because it's got that really open back, but you can really get a nice amount of kind of security and like protection from just tying those straps like nice and tight across and underneath your bust, and it looks so beautiful on. It's so flattering, and I love this for like an easy throw on dress that kind of you can really dress up or down depending on the occasion. Again, it comes in like 100 different colors. They're all stunning. Lived for this dress on holiday. Another clothing item I wanted to tell you guys about is these sandals. These are Kurt Geiger sandals, okay? I will link them down below. These look extremely worn, I understand, and that is because they have been, okay? I'm absolutely obsessed with these sandals. I took 3 pairs of shoes with me on holiday, and they were the only ones I wore. I wore them, I'm wheeling away here. I wore them to the airport on flight day, both there and back. I wore them to the beach. I wore them out to dinner. I wore them to the shops. And I have been wearing basically only these shoes since the first day of sunshine that we had. They're so comfy. They wear so well. They're so sturdy without hurting your feet and getting tired or rubbing in any way or being too heavy. You can dress these up or down. I took 3 pairs of shoes. I took some wedges, some flip-flops, and these these sandals, and the other two shoes never made it out of my suitcase because I just didn't feel like I needed them. And next time I go on holiday, I can literally take these because you can really, depending, you know, on the occasion or what else you're wearing, dress them up or down. They're so comfy. I lived in them for like every single day, everywhere we went, and I'm still wearing them now every single place that we went, and they still look, I mean, they obviously have been worn, the logo has disappeared, but they are holding up incredibly well. There's no actual sort of wear, you know, breaking or falling apart or rubbing or coming apart happening. And I've had them almost on my feet non-stop for like 3 months at this point, including like beach days and, you know, really quite a lot of walking and things like that. They are so perfect for holiday or just the summer months because they're so flipping comfy, but they're quite stylish as well while still being nice and casual, dress up, dress down. The ultimate multitasking sandal for summer. Now, a latest product that I picked up from Amazon is this fan. Now I have a large like tower Dyson fan in my bedroom. So this, I don't know if this is going to cut it for like room filling fanage, you know, but I bought this because I was really struggling with filming. It's very hot in this room. I have to have all the windows blacked out. It attracts a lot of heat, and then I've got lights, and I can't have, you know, air conditioning or anything like that that's going to be noisy and be picked up by my microphone. This fan is from Amazon, and it's like a rechargeable, you know, you plug it in to charge, comes with a charger, and I haven't even charged this yet. I've had this about a week and I haven't had to recharge it. It's just on the charger that it came with. It's got this large hefty looking like clip, so you can clip it on wherever you would like, and then it has 3 settings. But even on the sort of highest setting, it's still pretty quiet, and it really is very cooling. I've had this on if I'm just sitting in the garden reading. I've had this on while I'm doing my makeup. I've had to have it on a few times when I'm filming, and the microphone is not picking up at all. It's really nice and quiet, but really effective. I've actually been taking this to the swimming pool when my kids have their swimming lessons because that place is hotter than Mars, planet Mars, okay? It is, I actually almost became ill there the other week because I'm there for like 2 hours with my children's swimming lessons back to back, and there's no air conditioning, and there's literally like 2 little slits of windows that you can open, and it is the hottest place on earth, and it gave me a migraine. The next week I took this and everybody was horrendously jealous and suddenly wanted to be my best friend and sit next to me. I literally clipped this to the balcony and I was living my best cool life dreams, okay? It saved my life, and it's so portable. You can either have it on the stand or clip it to something. It's a really, really great find. It's also safe, you know, you can't sort of poke a finger through here unless you have a baby. Could a baby's finger get through that? I'm not sure. My children can't fit their fingers through here, so it's safe. There's no exposed blades, but really easy to port. You know, you can carry this around with you. It's really, really saved my life already. And it's, you know, only June, so thank goodness. Next up, I want to talk to you about this visor hat. I'm not going to put this on my head because it's going to mess up my hair. Heaven forbid. This specific visor I actually got while I was away from like a little boutique, so I can't link this specific one, but they have them everywhere, and I will link like some similar options in the description box. People ask me all the time, what do I do? How do I, you know, top up my SPF, and how do I stop my face, you know, being exposed to the sun in summer? This is my answer. Okay, if I'm gardening, if I'm going out for a long day and I am wearing makeup, so I can't, you know, reapply SPF very effectively or easily, this is my solution, okay? When I put this on, I had like one that wasn't quite as long. I put this on when I picked this up, and this fully put my whole face down to about here into shade. It's so good, and it's so comfy and stylish. I love it. I will wear this whenever it's hot, and I mean, I like it when I'm wearing SPF anyway, but especially if I can't reapply my SPF, keeping my face in the shade while I'm out and about is amazing. I absolutely love it. You need this, okay? It keeps the sun out of your eyes and off your face. I love them. They're such a good idea. So nice and comfy as well. And because it has like the open top, you can kind of move it as far down or high up your face. You can have your hair out so it's not annoying you like a baseball cap can be annoying, you know. You need a visor. If you didn't know about the visors, join the visor gang, I beg you. You'll never be the same. Next up, I want to share my favourite swimsuit from my holidays that I picked up. This is from Monki. Oh my goodness, I only have this really useless photo of me wearing it, which doesn't really show you how it looked, but this is so flattering and comfortable, and it just looks so pretty on. I absolutely loved it. I wasn't sure, because I don't think I tried it on until I was there. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like it or how it would be to actually swim in, because we do a lot of swimming on holiday. And I loved it. It was so comfy, easy to swim in. No, bits were escaping anywhere they shouldn't have done, and we were jumping in, diving, bombing in the pool, and everything stayed within its vicinity, as it should. And it looks so flattering. It's such a pretty colour. There are quite a few different colours, different patterns to the swimsuit I've noticed. I'll just link down below where you can see there's a good few, but this is such a nice swimsuit, really comfy, really flattering. I lived in it, really pretty. Everybody was complimenting me on it. Such a nice find, and a really nice affordable price point as well. And the thing is, with this swimsuit, you could actually wear this at home as well. If you wanted to go swimming, it's not so revealing that you'd feel a bit in the, the public swimming pool. It's, a more versatile swimsuit for me than like a bikini that I'd also wear on holiday. This one, you can wear back home as well. I mean, not that you can't wear a bikini, but for me, I feel a bit like rude going to the swimming pool in a bikini back home. Is that just me? I don't know. What a prude. And lastly, I thought I would share my 2 book recommendations. I read 4 books on holiday. Get me, a little bookworm I became. I was loving the books on holiday. I'm always a big reader, especially on holiday and especially in the summer. I love nothing more than coffee in the garden with a book. I live for it, okay? I absolutely live for it. I read 4 books. 2 of them, I was like, they were okay. One of them was a Jodie Pickle book. I love her, usually. I love all her books. And it wasn't terrible. It's just my least favourite, and that was Picture Perfect. I just felt like it took a very long time to get going, and I found it hard work. So I wouldn't recommend that one, even if you're a Jodie fan like myself. That was my least favourite that I've ever read from her. The other one that I read that I wouldn't so much recommend was it The Birdcage? That was actually in our sort of library where we were all like sharing books, and I didn't love that one. I just found like it was one of those where there was this little sort of teaser at the beginning where they were like, something happened, okay? The summer of whatever year it was, this terrible event happened. And then the rest of the book, which went on for like 2 days of reading, was literally just, some like boring, with very uneventful and really nothing to hold my interest until like the very last chapter where they revealed what this thing was that actually wasn't that dramatic, I mean, it was dramatic, but it just really wasn't worth the wait, is what I'm saying. I literally just read the entire rest of the book to just find out what this one thing was that was mentioned in the first chapter, and I could have done without the 58 chapters in the middle. I could have just read the first and last one, and the middle, nothing happened. So I wouldn't recommend that one either. The 2 that I absolutely loved and would mega recommend, if you are into like crime, thriller, novels, like murder mystery type of books, like I am, these 2 that I read on holiday, I loved them. I read both of these in one day. Okay, one day in amongst, getting in and out of the pool 400 times and 500 games of like push me in and jump on me. Then these books, I loved them. So first up we have The Chalk Man. This is by CJ Tudor. So I don't know how much I can tell you without giving anything away. To give you like a brief sort of idea of what the story is like, so you know if you would like it or not, it's about a group of young boys who use chalk to like kind of leave each other messages. They each have a colour of chalk that they use, and they will leave like a chalk man outside their friend's house if they want to play, and they have different symbols that mean like meet me at the playground and let's go bike riding, and these like just cute innocent little messages. And then one day, there is like other stuff going on that I don't want to give away, but chalk men start turning up in messages that the boys didn't leave and are not in any of the boys' colours that they use, or the group of friends colours that they use. It's really good. This is just my type of book. It's really like action packed from start to finish. There's no like that book I just spoke about where, you know, in the beginning kind of sucks you in with like some kind of mystery and then you have to wait to get to the end. The whole book was like twists and turns and, you know, events, and it was very eventful and very gripping throughout the whole book. I loved it. I did not see like the final twist coming whatsoever. There are a lot of little, you know, interesting gripping moments throughout the whole book. I loved it. I read it in like one day and highly recommend if you like sort of crime, murder novels. That was a great one. But my absolute favourite book of all of the 4 that I read on holiday was this one from Alex North, The Shadow Friend. Apparently this has another name, I think The Shadows, depending on what country you're in, but it's Alex North, The Shadow Friend. That's the version that I had. This was my second book from Alex North. I've read one since I got home because I loved this one so much, and I've read one before, which is the reason that I read this. Any Alex North books that you can find, they are all so flipping good. If you like, again, like thriller, crime, murder novels, oh my God, so gripping, so scared. Like I've never been scared by a book before until I started reading Alex North books. Again, I'm trying to like give you an idea of what it's about without telling you anything that's like a spoiler. So this basically is about a murder. At the beginning of the book, there's a murder, right? Strange circumstances, 2 people believed to be involved, and one of them like disappeared that day and no one ever saw them again. So, and then it's like years and years later, there's almost an identical murder and people start thinking, did that person really disappear or are they involved? And one of the people who grew up with those original 2 suspects has to come back to his like hometown and like starts to have all these crazy things happen that he starts to think, is that person who is missing back? Are they responsible for this other murder? What's going on? What's the link? How did it all happen? I can't really tell you anything about this one. I know this is the most useless description of a book ever, but I just don't want to tell you anything that's a spoiler or that's going to kind of like give anything away. But let me tell you, if you like sort of crime solving, murder books, this one is so flipping good. I love Alex North's books. I wish he'd write more. I know he has a pseudonym, he's written under another name, but these ones are absolutely fire. Since I've got home, I also read The Half-Burnt House, which I also enjoyed, but I definitely preferred The Shadow Friend. So those are my 2 summer holiday or just summer reading books in the garden, in the sunshine. Those are my 2 recommendations from all of those that I have read recently. Please let me know if you've read any of these books and what your summer survival products, accessories, recommendations are in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.